fortunately for me, I've got beat up in school to know this by heart because it's in my scholarship. Let's just start with Well, we'll start with the Paleolithic era, or what you would call the Stone Age, right? Paleo just means middle, lithic means stone, right? It's just that simple, right? The middle of the Stone Age, when we created the wheel and made the arrow, right? All that stuff. And then you got, well, I'm going to be unkind to history. I'm going to fast forward a lot. Then you'll call it, let's say, the Greek Golden Age. So that would be 1300 AD to about 900 BC, right? 1300 BC to 900 BC. Then the Hebrews kind of take over after that and change the world with their linear thinking, right? Their linear thinking. You die one day, you're born one day, you die one day, right? Just linear thinking, this monotheistic thinking as well. And that golden age is about 900 to 600. And even though, the New Testament happens later than that, it's not really the golden age of what is Hebrew, because they were kings and queens, during this period. The protagonist, which is arguably known as Jesus, would be born somewhere around 4 BC to 2 BC, somewhere around there. You know that due to the extra biblical literature, plus King Herod tries to kill 2-year-olds and below. So that gives us a 2-year window, right? It gives us a 2-year window. All right. And then after that, you get, so let's say after then you get this apostolic father period, which doesn't matter if you were, there were no Muslims at the time, not per se, not that way. The nation was, but not as far as the religion as you know it is. Then you get this apostolic father period, which lasts all the way to 500 AD. So you're talking about 32 AD-ish all the way to 500. All this stuff matters. The reason it matters is because Latin is ruling the world, because they're learning in Latin and they're with respect controlling income in Latin, right? With respect. And then after that, we just lose all sorts of information. We call it the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages, from 500 to 1500 AD, right? 500 to 1500 is just 1,000 years of Satish, you're this small, make buildings this big, you ain't nothing, right? It's just the whole period is like that. No one wrote credit for anything. No one, there was no copyrights. People would write symphonies in the name of the Lord, and they would build big buildings and then hide gold inside the buildings. And the gold was never meant to be found. It was just meant to be this treasury or this offering for, the great being up in the sky. It's 500 to 1500. Now, why does all this make sense? Because if you listen to the music was big and grandioso, and it contained no words. Because the music was an offering, not the words. So you go from Gregorian chants, which is literally chants all the way back, somewhere around that 300, 500 period, and then it shifts to, this dominating music scene. Then a Renaissance period happens. A Renaissance just means rebirth. It's just Latin for rebirth, which means let's skip over the Dark Ages. When did we really like living? And it was the Antiquity is what it's called, right? When Roman Empire was dominant across the world. So let's go do that again. And what they did was drew a painting with man. He's literally touching the finger of God, right? Everyone's seen that painting. And then the buildings start becoming more human-like. Like if you stand in your house right now, it's kind of like you. It's The walls are proportionate to your arms. The ceilings are proportionate to your head, and things like that. Because Renaissance is basically means let's humanize things because man is equal to or almost equal to God. And then from there, you get music that says the same thing. Right? You get music that says the same thing. So now you get these symphonies that are impossible to play. You need 6 fingers or 7 fingers to do so, yet people are doing so. Then you get the Renaissance man. The Renaissance man is someone that can do anything, all things, and they do it well. They can paint. They can do engineering. They can be an inventor. Because man is so amazing, man can produce things like God can, right? The whole thing. The music plays a part in that. Art plays a part in that because no inventor, no internet, no social media, no person on planet Earth cannot produce according to the period that they live in. It's just impossible. You just can't do it. So that lasts from 1500 to 1750, right? 1750 all the way to 1900, pretty long period. We get into what's called the modern era. We just we just do some crazy stuff. Remember, we went to 2 wars, tried to kill each other. Well, 1 war. World War I was just mass suicide. That's all it was, right? It was just mass suicide. It really had no purpose. There was no good guys, no bad guys in World War I. It just wasn't. It was a result of too many nation states having too many allies. But we're kind of doing the same thing all over again. So now in the modern area, we say, well, forget all that faith stuff. If it ain't logical, if it ain't science, if I can't build it, I don't believe in it. And if you look in any sacred text written at that time, they snatch out all the miracles and they keep in the logic, which makes sense because we're getting ready to do that even more. Well, we're already doing it even more. So you get all this amazing stuff that happens, and it's beautiful, right? We build airplanes and we do all sorts of stuff. Medicine finally works for the first time ever. Medicine never worked until like 1920. There was no reason for medicine. There wasn't. There wasn't. There was absolutely no reason for medicine. People was just doing medicine because it was just one of those things. Medicine didn't start working until the early 1900s. Right around the Great Depression is when we actually start getting medicine to work. And then about the greatest demarcation for this would be 2008. In about 2008, you enter into the hyper modernity. Hyper blood pressure. You got too much. All right. So if modernism was too much, what came out of modern? What's one of the greatest creations that come out of I skipped the Enlightenment period. The Enlightenment period. So you got 1750 until 1900. Let me back it up. So that's the Enlightenment period. I'm describing the Enlightenment period. Hold on. What comes out of that? We don't need no kings. Right? The Declaration of Independence comes out of that. The UK, actually, it's John. We pretty much stole the whole Declaration of Independence from John Locke in the UK, right? We pretty much stole the whole thing from his treatise that he's writing. We stole the whole thing. It's just Thomas Jefferson just plagiarized the whole thing, pretty much. And all these thoughts come out of that. It's the truth. It's just know your history. It's the truth. He totally plagiarized that whole thing. And then you get into medicine, start working, and now we live in hypermodernity. That just means that we too damn smart for our own good. All right. So whatever they did too much, we're doing too much of too much. It's that's where we live. That's why my generation is called millennials, right? It's where we live. We live in an era in which we're going faster than ever and we're doing more than ever. And no one says thank you. And no one says good morning. And I'm bad for good morning. I just wake up and say, hey, do this, right? It's this, no one does all that. And you can't separate yourself from that if you're not aware of it. and who knows what's going to happen next. But the internet is the greatest invention of mankind, except the written word, because the internet couldn't exist without the written word. And if you all don't understand that, you're not going to take advantage of this time. It's just not going to happen. The internet is largely slept on, and I'm gonna put a pin in that right there, so y'all remember that. Deanna, remind me to come back to that, because that's the second half of this meeting. The teachers asked a question that gave me a platform to break some stuff down. Now, of course, I mean, that information is free, but I took 6 extremely boring college, undergrad, and graduate classes on world history just to understand what I just did that fast and that quick. And they were all boring, but the teacher was fantastic, Dr. Randy Hatchett. So his teacher was fantastic, but the classes were boring as hell. But when I realized what I was learning, I was able to apply it into business. Man, I was able to apply it into business. Can I let Phil say something without invalidating Phil? If I can, then I am transcending my hypermodernity that I'm born in. You got to realize I've never known a world without a computer. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. I've never known a world that did not exist without a computer. We can push that further. I've never known a world without space exploration. How about that? July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong walks on the moon, or at least reportedly, because I got some conspiracy theories of the car, right? Steve laughed. I've never, ever known a world without us going to space. That's insane to think about that. I've never known a world without a computer. In kindergarten, I was in computer classes. That's insane. It's insane. It's insane to say in kindergarten I was typing 96 words a minute. It's insane. But they taught us the home keys. In kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, and third grade, I remember distinctly, we were taking computer classes. So of course I program. Of course I do. Of course I do. They told me in 5 years old, hey, learn this, right? And in third grade, we had to, in order to graduate third grade, we had to do our own computer program on C+. It wasn't even C++ at the time. On C+. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. With a floppy disk, and I had to program the sun rising from the left to the west to the east and falling, or other way around, whatever it was, right? And I had to have the background change and all this. I'm in third grade doing this. Of course, I know how to computer program. It's the era in which I live. You know, right? You know what I'm saying? So I can't separate myself from that, because the teachers wouldn't have got paid if they didn't teach me. You know what I'm saying? Gianna put in chat, I was playing Oregon Trail. That wasn't until middle school. Yeah. I mean, think about it. You know, MySpace, we was doing HTML code to change our background. You didn't even know you didn't even know it. You didn't even know you was doing HTML. At least you was copying and pasting. So remember that. Put a pin in that. And I'm coming right back to that. And my plan is to have all of your minds blown at the end of this meeting. If they're not blown by now, then, you know, then of course that's a nerd in me coming out. But anyway, Grace, unmute your mic. Now,
yes, sir.
Tell me about yesterday's training. Now, y'all put a pin in that, because I'm coming right back to that. I just got to get this out the way.
Yesterday's training went very well. I was on the call with Jerry, Jonathan, Phil, and Reginald, and it went very well. We went over all of the things that needed to be gone over, the scripts for both platforms, the Business University as well as the Bureau. Everyone, whatever questions they had, they, asked the questions. I answered them. We had a great call. I asked Reginald if he would go over how making friends and building relationships works in this company and how it has worked for him. And I told the gentleman that he is the best at it in the company. building those relationships and making friends.
He's certainly the best at follow-up. He's certainly the best at follow-up.
And follow-up, yes.
Nobody follows up like Reggie, that's for sure. Nobody. Reggie has the best follow-up tactics and yeah, he's certainly the best at follow-up, that's for sure. Keep going.
Yeah, so and Reggie broke that down, how he does that, what his formula is for that situation, and I mean, we just had a great call. They asked all the questions that they had. They didn't have many, so apparently I did a good job. So Phil told me I did a great job, so was grateful for that.
Well, let me just highlight the quality of these men, because you didn't see it, and I'm sure they didn't even see it because, you know, it's so natural for them. But you just named 4 men, four strong men.
Strong men,
There's nothing weak about Jonathan, Jerry, Phil, or Reggie, right?
Right.
That all sat there and listened to a woman submissively. I'm going to point that out. Sure am. I sure am. I'm going to need you to pay attention. That's what happened. They ain't going to say it, but I'm going to tell you, okay, that's what happened, because that's what I just received when you was talking. Do you understand? Jerry said, I love women.
Thank you, Jerry.
That makes you a smart man, Jerry. It makes you a smart man. It'll make you live longer. Go ahead, Phil.
I was a woman in a previous life.
What did you look like, Phil? Were you blonde? Did you slender?
I was hot, boy. I was hot.
I knew you couldn't resist it. Look, I knew he was quick. I know he quick on his feet. I knew he couldn't resist it. Oh man, yeah, no, that's good stuff. So I just wanted to point that out. That's the quality of these men. Deanna, therefore, let's divide up 3,000 a piece. Let's have that. Let's get that done before 90 minutes after the call. Well, you know what? That may not be fair. What are you doing immediately in the first 90 minutes after the call? I think you sent me your schedule. Let me see. 10. All right. So I see you're gonna be busy. Send to me the oh, you probably typing me. You already got it done. We can hear you typing. You unmuted your mic.
Oh,
you can just go ahead and tell me over the mic. It's all good. She's trying to secretly make me look good. It's all, you can stop typing. You still typing.
wait. I know. Wait.
She can't help it, Steve. She's so respectful. She can't help it. Okay,
Yeah,
Let me look at my humble alley-oop correction she sent me. Go ahead. I don't see it. Oh, it's in this. It's on this here. Oh, that's right. That's right. Can we get that done today? I tell you what. Hey, guys, do it anyway. No. I'm overriding it. Okay. Do it anyway.
Okay.
Do it anyway because do it anyway. Just do it anyway. I'll take that. I'll take that IRS heat. I mean, I'll take that. Do it anyway.
Okay.
Do it anyway.
Yes, sir.
I'm your correctness, which is correct, forces me to choose between them or paperwork, and I'm gonna choose them every time.
Okay.
It's just my leadership style. It's just me. It's a bad decision, I know it, but I'm still gonna do it. Right? Like this, it's just not gonna not happen. Like law is a bad decision. I'm making a bad decision, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it.
There are no bad decisions.
There you go. Well, as far as what she's typing,
only lessons
they gonna want me to do that. Yes, so it's a lesson learned decision, but still get it done. Just get it done. Send me what we cleaned up, and then I'll send the rest. I'll take that off your hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to Grace. Grace will send it to them. That's what I do. That's what I do. So good stuff. All right, then. Essentially, just to sum that up, F rules, people first. Is essentially the decision I'm making. It just is what it is. It just is. But I'm going to need you to come behind me, number 2, and clean it up after your day and hurry up and send it out. Okay?
Yes, sir. I'm sending them to you now.
No, I'm talking about send out the other the stuff you typing so loudly about trying to send to me.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
All right.
I will.
All right. And let's develop once you got it done, we'll have a better system to make it go fast. So it's all good. Cool. All right. Back to you, Grace.
That's all for me.
No. Not according to this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I write these meetings down. Yeah,
okay.
Yes. Who's next? Who has not been trained?
I am speaking with Geronda today.
Tell me how that went.
No, I'm speaking with her today at 2:30.
When did you schedule that?
Yesterday, because we were supposed to speak.
I remember you told me that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right.
Her phone wouldn't hold the charge.
Right. I spoke with her yesterday to see if she was available at a certain time, and she wasn't because she was helping to take care of her dad. And so I said, okay, well, what about Wednesday? She says, I'm free all day Wednesday. And so
okay. That's fine. Then that's fine. So she doesn't need to be fired. So it's all good.
No.
To see. Okay.
No.
Outstanding. Steve, I was trying to see, is it a sabotager coming out? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I need some details to see if, because some people live their lives just to get close enough but no cigar. And you could tell it in the way they talk. They always say, I'm trying. Some people, and some of this is some of y'all, okay, you only want to get close enough so you can blame somebody else while you're not taking responsibility for your life.
It's too early for that kind of talk. Don't make us feel bad. God.
Thank you, Lord. It's like super early.
Cranberry jacket. I'm looking good out here.
okay.
Not nobody on this call. There you go. Let me clean that. Let me pseudo clean that up. All right. So she's next. Okay. So you're gonna have some other folk coming to you as well.
Okay.
Because Deanna has 2 appointments a day, which I'm going to ask about here in a little bit.
Okay.
Law is too funny. Okay. Now training. So I guess I'm talking to Jerry and Jonathan. As far as how many trainings, I know it came up yesterday, and I know it came up. Wow. Anyway, so I'm going to treat you like I would want it to work for me. I think I'm going to treat you like I would want it to work for me, but better than I would want it to work for me. Essentially, you need to get a lot of trainings in you. I'm going to make it succinct with, just because it makes you better and you just understand the product, right? That helps even better. That helps even better. But if you're not on live calls, Jonathan or Jerry, which is by all means, you can have that. That's cool. I need you to log in during your convenience, okay? But it needs to be consistent. Now, right now, I'm not going to control that consistency because we give credit to, let's just say, students for logging in or calling or being on the live calls. You get credit both ways. So if you're on the live calls, you don't have to go back and take the recorded training because you got credit for the call. So we extend you that same courtesy, because I know that if I were you, I'd be thinking about hitting my target numbers as fast as possible. And I'm just assuming that you have that same drive and you're doing the same thing. So I'll let you choose You get to choose if it's going to be live calls or it's going to be pre-recorded. Now, let me explain this. I want to open this up so I don't get too much pushback, but I'm more than happy for feedback. I just don't want to activate your programming. You get to choose whichever way serves your prosperity best. If you know that you like live calls better, or you learn better that way, then you should probably stay in your gifts, and then do the live calls. If you're like me and wouldn't need that and can consume information, like you read a book or audio book or whatever, I would probably put in headphones, listen to the class, and be watering the garden. Or I would treat it like a book or something, right? You know what I'm saying? Just me. I would find a way to not multitask, but to slow down and speed up. I would find a way to where I'm not sitting still. You know, I'm watering the garden, maybe cooking or something, right? I would find a way to do that. So if that works for you, then you can do that too. You can do that as well. But I'll let you two choose. Just know that there are, so some of the classes have locks on them. They're required courses. Not all of them, but like the first 10, first this, first that. I'm going to need those done, or you just got to be on, a lot of active calls, right? So I'll leave it up to you. Now, let me pause real quick, and I guess I'll have you unmute your mic first, Jerry, or put in chat, depending on which one you can do. And ask me any questions, but also, repeat back to me what I communicated, because I may not have communicated my intentions properly. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So if I understood, and there's a difference between live trainings and the university.
That's the
right?
same thing. It's the same product. It's the same product.
Okay.
Like whatever is live gets recorded and then it gets uploaded.
Okay. So you want the first 10, you said, or at least 10
on the freshman
completed
level. That's 10 of them.
On the freshman level.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm confused how to access maybe I'm confusing meetings with trainings. Like this is a meeting, correct? But it's a training as well.
Well, since I'm such a teacher, yeah, you would definitely have to call it a training since I'm such a teacher. There's no doubt about it. That's a good point. Now, well, let's back up some of that confusion, or clear up some of that confusion real quick. We'll show you how to log in immediately after the call, because we'll show you how to do that. And what I'm trying to do is give you the option.
Yes.
Whatever best serves you. I want to serve you, serving you. It's my humble attempt here. And I know I'm not communicating that as well as I would like to be. Now, you actually...
I think you're doing great.
Okay, appreciate you.
Yeah.
So you can either... Let me show you real quick. I think it'll be a little easier if I share my screen. So there are classes that you can take. Now, I haven't put a limit on the live calls because I just don't feel the need to at this moment. I probably should, but you guys are responsible people, and I'm on every live call, so I can see if you're live, right? I mean, I can see if you're live. Yeah, so let me share my screen real quick, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's my screen. This is the admin part. It won't really necessarily look like this for you. I don't think so. But it'll be, actually, I think it'll look like this for you. Hold on.
Yeah, this is the university.
Right. Grace, can you see, Jerry, can you see the switch? Did the switch with me? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So it'll look like this for you.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, good. And you'll see, okay, so it doesn't have locks here. It does on this one it does. See, I've got these as prerequisites, but I guess it just won't let you move forward. And so it's probably just won't let you move forward. Oh no, it says prerequisite right here. I see it. Prerequisite. Right there.
Yeah.
It says prerequisite. So if you want to take advantage of, peak hours or, just whatever, right? It's so much to say that if you want to take advantage of hitting your numbers, is exactly, your target goal for your life, etc., then you can just take these. And it's not all of them. It stops. Yeah, see, that's not required. This isn't required. It stops right there at how to develop a product. So these here, it stops. And I kind of leave these optional. And then it's in each level, it does the same thing, right? Each level does the same thing. Each level does the same thing. So you can either take that option or you jump on calls like you've been doing. And, I see you every day. You call every day. You won't hit that out of me. That's for sure. You hear you.
Yeah.
But but you don't have to. What I want to clear up is, because Grace even asked me a question, is you don't have to put some live calls in the bank to get started, is what I'm attempting to say, right? Because you're here. And Reggie made his first sale in day 2, crazy stuff. Didn't know nothing.
Awesome.
Didn't know a damn thing. He didn't know nothing. He just wooed his way to serving somebody. They said something, and all he did was start preaching and stuff. He did this. Just him. You got to know him to get that. But yeah, it's always up to you. So I guess give me more feedback, and then it'll help me help you, and then it actually help Jonathan better since he's going second.
No, that's perfect. That kind of clears up what I was questioning in my own mind, and just I spent a lot of time yesterday afternoon organizing some of the scripts and stuff that was sent over. I had some issues with formatting. I use Open Office, which you're probably familiar with, and so some of the stuff came over formatted a little weird. So I had to do a little editing and resaving and some stuff like that. But I was trying to figure out the best way for me to organize my time, and I'm kind of anal about that. I need to block out spaces to do things, and so I use, if you're familiar with Trello.
I am familiar with it. I haven't used it, but it's an add-on and something else that I have. Okay,
yeah, and it's kind of a computer storyboard kind of thing where you can, but there's a calendar on there that I can work with as well to organize some of this. So yeah, no, that was a big question in my mind, was how to finesse that to put enough blocks of time in there to do actual selling versus being on calls and training. So no, that helps a lot.
Sweet. Yeah. And I'm sure you all would have been stuck between how do I be good to the culture and right, good to my responsibilities too, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes total sense. I respect that. So my attempt here, Jonathan, I'm going to have you unmute your mic next, is you just, whichever way you want to do it, man, that's up to you. If you like the live, then roll with that, right? You roll around that one. If you can, I would personally, I'm not telling you to do this. I know me. I see Chris says he likes the live calls. I didn't watch any of the Last Dance, Michael Jordan, live at all. I didn't. I don't have time. So I had to go back, and I'm on episode 7 right now, right? I've had to go back and get pre-recordings. Anyway, I had to record it and all that stuff like that just to go back to it. It'll just make sense for me, the way I learn, the way I process things. So Jerry, yeah, do what you want, however you want to do it.
Cool.
Be as anal about your time as you desire. I'll even help you be anal about it. You know, just run it, however you want to run it. Go ahead. And I think that would be a perfect marriage between what is now and what is then. So, cool. Jonathan, what about you?
I went through 3 of the ones already.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Thank you.
Online. But it keeps freezing on me. So, I mean, the live calls are good. I enjoyed them.
Cool.
But,
okay,
I mean,
we'll
I want to get through.
freezing.
I want to know the product. So, right now, if I jump on the phone, I don't know the product. I don't know it well enough.
Got you.
So, I'm like writing out the product of what we have to offer and how it can help somebody and what their needs are before I jump on the phone.
Gotcha. Makes total sense. You gave me an idea. Grace, I want you to do, we're going to merge something. I'm glad he said that. So you're going to, don't you got like a write-up of these products or something? I'm sure you already sent it out, but just indulge me in answering the question anyway. You do?
Yes, for each level, I have, the write-up and then the different courses in those levels.
No doubt. Have you sent that out?
Yes.
Okay. So this, I figured he already had it, and that'll be a good reference to, like, when he's in the middle of a call, someone says, boom, he could scroll a paper and go, okay, and then start reading that just on words. I know he's going to do that automatically, but he gave me a good idea. Deanna, I need you to write down for me. I'm probably going to have the time to do it, and not you. Jonathan, so I'm going to do for you and Jerry a benefit. I'm going to put the classes in Dropbox. Do you have enough? Actually, you don't even have to download it, because you can, if you just open Dropbox, you can actually play it inside of Dropbox. So what I want to do is I'm going to put the classes inside of Dropbox for you. I'll try to have them there by the end of the day. That way they won't freeze on you. And you'll have them in one stored location. That way you can have the product knowledge that you want. If you listen to what he said, he's got some knowledge gaps, and he doesn't want to move forward with these knowledge gaps.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You understand what I'm saying, Grace? So the best way that I perceive in my mind is to get them past the knowledge gaps is right now there's a technological problem for whatever reason that's happening. So I'm going to get around the technological problem. He can either download them, or he can, play them inside of Dropbox. You get what I'm saying? So that solves that problem. And then you're going to give him, well, you already gave him the words, so which is kind of like script. It's like a script. But he'll have his knowledge plus those words. Perfect match made, perfect in heaven. And I will send you those links, Grace, and then you'll send it to both of them. Okay. Now, this is not public.
Right.
Feel me? Jerry may never use it.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I probably won't. I don't seem to have any problem on that end.
Okay. So I figured he probably wouldn't use it, but send it anyway.
Okay.
Who knows, right? Who knows? He may find some genius reason. Who the hell knows, right? There's too many infinite, right? It's just, I mean, and it's a good thing about never trying to be right. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that I'm going to win. That's the only thing I know. I control that part. I don't control the fight in between, but I know I'm going to win. That I do know. So we'll take care of that for Jonathan. That'll solve Jonathan's problem. And then Deanna, put some empathy on this. What is another word where, you know what? Hey, Jonathan, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What would be the most awesome way to, so I'm going to going through everything we said thus far, but what would be the most awesome way to serve you that you can get that, get the knowledge gaps filled the way you want and that confidence to jump on the phone to do your thing? What's the best thing that I can bend this whole company for you to do?
So, I'd say, it's really me learning it. But if I could get on a call with somebody that's making a phone call to a customer, hearing like that, like shadowing somebody, that would help tremendously.
Sweet. Most excellent suggestion. Sandals, can we arrange quite a few of those, as many as he needs?
Yes.
Outstanding. All right, outstanding. So we're going to do that, and that's not going to stop me from sending leads out, right? You know what I'm saying? That's not what Jerry. What I'm trying to communicate here is you've done what you need to do for me to send leads. You feel me? So anything else, is just, we'll figure it out as we get beat in the face.
Right.
That's business. Yeah, that's business, right? We get beaten.
I love that part.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So good. So, of course, if Jerry want to jump in on those calls too, you're more than welcome. He probably won't need it, but whatever works, it doesn't matter. Like, the world is ours. There's options everywhere. We get to collapse on the one prosperous opportunity for us to take advantage. That's what we get to do. You get it? But the world is ours. The world is not somebody else's. It's ours. Period. Point blank. That's just what it is. Grace, make that happen. And then what I want you to do is, I'm going to ask you to do something. You're going to tell me no. I'm still going to ask you to do it because I know me. You understand?
Yes.
No, I know me. I'm still going to say, hey, Grace, because I'm going to forget that I'm telling you this conversation.
Okay.
So I'm telling you how to program me when I forget that I told you this conversation.
Okay.
I do it to Deanna all the time. Okay. You're going to say, I got you after I take care of Jonathan. That's all you got to say.
Okay.
It'll get me off your back.
Okay.
Trust me. It'll feel good, too, when you do it. It'll feel good. You'll be like a Super Saiyan or, what's the Thundercats. They put the thing up and, we tell our age, but you get what I'm saying. Thundercats and, He-Man. You got the power of Grayskull, anyway. Or
She-Ra.
What is it? She-Ra. There we go. Not He-Man. I'm talking like a boy. She-Ra. All right, there you go. So good stuff. Make that happen for Jonathan as fast as possible. And include Jerry on all things and give him the option, Deanna, give him the option to say no without judgment.
Okay.
That means this man knows his time and he's anal about it. And we're not going to get in the way of that. We're going to serve him by helping him be more anal about his time. It's the best way. I can't fight 58 years of being anal with your time. That doesn't make any sense. Right? It doesn't make any sense. All I can do is say, well, hell, shit, let me help you. How you want me to get out your way today, Jerry? Right?
I can respect that.
Yeah, it's leadership, right? It's leadership, right? It's leadership.
That's right.
Yeah. You get out of his way. The man, I got what I need, and I move. That sounds exactly like me. Right? And as soon as you help Jonathan, he's gonna be like, I got it. Move. You know what I'm saying? I know who I hired. It's all good. Let's just give them the option, and then from that option, they'll choose what's prosperous for them. Yeah, remember I was explaining my leadership style yesterday, how it comes with consequences? I probably have to fix something 3 months from now. It'll be this small, And who cares? Right? I would much rather them free, happy, and rich than, the alternative. Is that fair? Outstanding. Cool. Now, whatever you do, Deanna, Grace, remember that, because I had all this with y'all, so I did all this with, the 8 of y'all. Now I'm turning the responsibility over to you, so now you got to develop a system that works out for you, for the other people to come. You get it? I mean, I could do it, but I'm not. I'm going to let you get punched in the face.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask a question?
At all times.
I mentioned this before. Do we have some type of a time frame on getting a CRM of some kind that we can use to automate and pick up some of this, the organizational part of it?
Satish, you there?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. He asked about the CRM. Do we have a type of time frame in which we have a CRM to help out the company and the sales team better? You got an answer for that?
Not at this point of time, but yes, we are working on CRM. I will come back with the timelines very soon.
Got it. Okay. What's slowing that down, Jerry, is lockdown and COVID. And some other stuff. Yeah, we're getting it developed from scratch, so that there's some delays that are delaying. And then there's some issues in California. It's just too funny. It's all crazy. It's funny and taking a toll all at the same time.
It's like living in the zombie apocalypse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But once we win, me and Satish go get a beer and a cigar somewhere, and then we'll laugh about this and maybe teach a training class or do a live video or something. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yes, we're working on it ASAP. I'll keep you informed every step of the way about that, since it is important to you.
It is.
I'll make sure I got you. I'll make sure we keep you in the loop. Yeah, every step of the way.
Cool. All right. Appreciate that.
Cool. No problem. And I think that's like one of the. I think I got a rush on the network marketing software first, so I put that one in the highest priority. But it'll come, and it'll come pretty fast. Deanna, I'm gonna need you to get with Jerry. I'll meet your mic. Because this certainly isn't me. This is more your gifts. His question was right in your alley. So I'm going to need you to establish a strong relationship with him when it comes to organizing his pipeline, and Jonathan too, right? Because it's going to help him organize his time. Also, I think the best way to do this here is, Jerry and Jonathan, I want to have you download an app on your phone. It's free. It's called Line App, and that will make your life a lot easier, as you would have instantaneous access to the whole sales team, plus Deanna, plus me, and hot leads as they come right in the database. Literally. Yeah. So we'll use different technology to get that done, but it's a fun workaround. Not the greatest, but it is instantaneous. It'll make you copy and paste somewhere else, but hey, at the very least, it's better than not having something, right? Better than not having something. So, cool. Jonathan, you got an app? Who's got Android? Which one of y'all got Android?
I'm on Android.
Okay. Jonathan, Apple or Android?
Apple.
All right. Grace, Google. Actually, you can use your phone to send it to Jonathan. Line App, you can use your phone, send it to Jonathan. They need to add, do you know your Line App ID? I figured you didn't. Here you go.
No, I'll look it up.
Don't worry about it. It's right there. It's right there. Right there. And you don't have to on the app. Yeah, you can you can put your real name. You can put your face. I don't give a damn. You can do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Have fun. And see that line app ID? They got to add me, Grace. And then what else? Oh, Google. Now you're gonna put in Google line app Google Play, and then it will show you his link, and then you can text his link to him.
Okay.
You got it? But you can send it straight to Jonathan from your phone since you got an iPhone. Actually, you got both phones. You got both phones. Yeah. So never mind. Forget what I said. Just make that happen. Okay. Make that happen, and then I'll make the lives easier on that side. Cool? Any questions here, Deanna?
No, sir. I don't have any questions.
All right, let me pause right quick. Steve, are you seeing the way I'm orchestrating all this? Is you because I know. Okay, Steve said he catching it all the way in the UK. So Steve catching it. This I can't teach this stuff. This has to come out, and you pay attention to your reaction and stuff. Are you going to have the fortitude to make Jonathan's life easier, Jerry's life easier? Because you should not coexist in their reality if that's not your intention. Well, I just said a whole lot right there. I guess the universe will double back down on another lesson for somebody. All right, Deanna, how many calls you got today as far as the hiring calls? I hired some more people yesterday.
I have 2 calls today, and then I just finalized the one for tomorrow.
All right. How many people is it total though? How many names did I send you total yesterday?
3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was more. Give me the names.
Cynthia, Jerron, and Sugar.
Nah, you're missing Benjamin. It's in your email.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I did respond to Benjamin. Okay, thank you.
I know. I saw it. You replied off. Benjamin.
Thank you so much.
Benjamin's in Nigeria. I actually hired someone in Nigeria yesterday. Satisha like him. He's got a bachelor's in computer science. So you'll like him. You'll like him. Good stuff. All right. So those 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Make all that work. Like without me having to say something. Make that work. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, how can I serve you? What way can I get that done better for you?
You're actually doing it perfectly how you're doing it now.
Oh, I pay you to say that answer, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good stuff. All right. Moving on. Who's next? Did I ask you who's next? Who you have? I think I messed out. Anybody after those 4 people?
No, I know, but I know you have. You only sent me 1 interview for today.
That's not. I'm only doing 1.
Okay.
Only doing 1 because I'm smart enough. I won't even be doing some for a while. Because we got to handle these people first.
Okay.
Well, I'll probably still be interviewing, but I just won't be bringing people on right now, unless they're just super impressive. I just sent the link in lineup. Y'all more than welcome to look at this link. I'm sending it to Deanna, but it is a good tool. I'm going to tell you what happened because I draw inspiration from anywhere. Goldcast on Instagram they featured me on their Instagram like a week ago. I had no idea. I was wondering why I was getting so many followers getting, I was getting tens of followers a minute. I'm like, what is going on here? I finally made it. I'm thinking something free content was working or something. I had no idea I was on GoCast, and somebody said it in the comments. But hey, I just saw a video on GoCast. That makes total sense. GoCast had in their bio something. And I said to myself, well, I'm not going to do that without me. Now, I need y'all to, God, I really need y'all to get how my mind works. Like, they wouldn't fit to just do this. Grace, they not fit to have all these tools without me. You understand? They're not to do that. They're just not to do that. So I'm going to see if I can show it to y'all. Right there. And I clicked it. I said, wait a minute. Now, what the hell is going on here? And then, boom, look at that. Y'all missed it. This is their bio. Look at this. All sorts of fantastic pictures. You can put other things. Can y'all see this? Can you see this? Am I the only one excited about new technology? Is it?
We definitely can see it.
All right, so let me do something else real quick. So this is what they're using. Add your link in your bio and drive traffic from Instagram. Grace, what's the 3 types of traffic? Tempest taught it for 2 hours.
Traffic you control, traffic you don't control, and traffic you own. Chris, they stolen.
That's my man. Chris, I ain't playing no games, man. I'm looking for anybody doing something. You can't just be doing something around me. GoCast, taking your traffic and you owning it. Nah. So here it is. So y'all more than welcome to have it. But Deanna, I need you to research it, learn all about it. All right? I need you to learn all about it. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got it.
All right. Learn about it. See how we can use it to – stole it with the Reddit emoji. So I posted it again in chat. Hopefully that was a blessing to you. Now here's the second part of the meeting, and I'll do it quickly. Brand is everything. This is what I was talking about, Satish. This is what I started off the way I started off talking to you for, and hopefully y'all get a lot of value. I don't think that you all understand the power of the internet, and I know you don't understand why I give away so much free content. Now, that's not to say that you don't have the intellectual understanding of it, because you do. It's just to say that it's weird as hell to get it done, and it doesn't really exist in regular business. But my thesis that I'm going to present to you is business is not regular no more. To whether or what extent has business changed due to the advent of the internet would be the way that I would write that thesis, and then I would prove that thesis in a paper. To whether or what extent has the internet changed business, or business has changed during the advent of the internet. Too broad of a thesis, but we'll go ahead and say it here for speaking points right now. That right there is what we're talking about. The internet's changed everything, Steve. The internet made you a 23-year-old young man that then can let you be a 70, 90-year-old old man and get paid for being that. One of the biggest trends happening on the internet right now is grandparents getting in their grandchildren's TikTok videos. There is a lady who is a cussing vegan. It's the truth. They call her Grandma something, and she just be cussing about stop eating that meat. It's serious. And this lady is super viral all the time, but she's monetized her veganism. And she's a grandmother. She's like 70. But it's so attractive to see this 70-year-old, and she looks like Granny. Just the sweetest. Here's a pie. Oh, let me wipe your bobo with some camphor finique. And then she'd be like, you're effing B, stop eating that meat, right? It just goes viral, right? It just where else you gonna find it at, right? Where else you gonna find it at? It's incredible. It's totally incredible what she does, and she makes all sorts of money. Joe Rogan just signed $100 million Spotify licensing contract. Yes, he did. That doesn't lose any of his content. They don't own none of his content. They're paying for his attention. They just want his attention on their platform. I never used Spotify in my life. Tempest created me an account a long time ago. I'm probably going to move over to Spotify in December or November, whenever you said that changes. Because I got to listen to me some Joe Rogan. I do. And the YouTube is where I essentially consume most of his stuff from. But he's going to stop that, and all that's going to be on Spotify. And I don't know. I can't process this world without a Joe Rogan Experience podcast, JRE. Not me. Spotify just probably gained a customer, and I don't even use Spotify. Did someone catch what I'm saying? Like, if you got attention, people will pay. The internet did that. So don't ask me, well, how long should a podcast be? Because his episodes are 3 hours long. They're 3 hours, 2 hours 50. His episodes be 4 hours long sometimes. They never less than 2 hours. Never. It's the Joe Rogan Experience. And he's the only individual that's consistently ranked number 1 and number 2 of all podcasts. Everybody else is companies, NPR, CNN. Everybody else is companies. But the internet did that. The internet took a comedian and made him the top podcast in the world. Oh, man, I thought y'all was going to flip over some chairs and shout hooray and stuff about that. I'm trying to press this. All right, reasons why I give away free content. Obviously, brand is everything. I think that's the one that we can all assume, that brand is everything. We can all assume that. I won't really explain that because I'm going to come back and explain it here in a second. Another reason why I give away all my content, my best content. I don't give away crap, Steve. I give away my best content. My best content is because it creates two different kind of customers for me. It creates free customers and it creates paid customers. Those are customers because I turn the free customers into paid customers with more content. Or Jerry calls a free customer. How do you think we get so many leads? Another reason is because it makes it easier for the sales team. I actually got that written down. I wouldn't be able to give out 3,000 leads if it wasn't for free content. Think about that. Right? Process that information. That's valuable information. I'm playing a long-term game. There's another one. I actually got these written down. They're right here. Right? I'm playing a long-term game. I'm not concerned with right now. This is what I want, Jerry. Let me tell you what I want. You got somebody in your family, they're about 7 years old. I'm trying to have them convinced by 7.5 that when they grow up, they need to follow me. Did y'all hear that? I shocked. That's it. I'm telling you. I'm shocked. I shocked the team yesterday or the day before yesterday, whatever it was. There's a 12. Was she 12 or 10, Grace?
I believe she's 11.
11. There's an 11-year-old girl on Instagram that's been following me, following my content, following me on Instagram, and you know, with her parents' permission, sent me a message. And so I enrolled her. I said, hey, Well, listen, if you've been following me, well, let's go ahead and just make you a savvy CEO right now. So she's literally in the business university now. I'm reaching 11-year-olds now. It's just, but that's not the first one. That's not the first one. One of the guys we hired yesterday is 20. 20. You know how unique his perception is at 20? We can use that around here, right? We can use that around here. So it's just one of those amazing things. But I've also learned how to play the short game too, Grace. That's the whole point of why we got a human sales team. Because while I am playing a long game, we still need this money right now. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I still got some Grant Cardone in me. You understand? I got a little. Just don't hit and run that right now. You know, that light bill ain't trying to say, oh man, you could play a long-term game. Oh, Mr. Smith, with a light bill, we'll bill you 30 years from now. That light bill ain't trying to say all that. That ain't the way it works. That ain't the way it works. That's not the way it works at all. At all. It builds leverage for me. You know how easy it is to leverage attention when you have so much free content out there? It builds leverage. It also builds leverage for the sales team. Almost every single thing I do is for the sales team. Almost every single thing I do. It's common sense though. Without a sales team, we ain't got no money, right? Because it's common sense. It's just common sense. I do almost everything to make my sales team's job easier. They are highly favored. They will be spoiled. That's the way it works. That's the way it works, right? So it's easy to leverage. It's easy once you know the product, once you know how much is out there, you say, listen. This is what we do. You need to think about it. Got you. You know, and then Jerry comes up with a opposing thing, and they say, okay, I'm going to do it. I just need to see something. Boom. Here's a link right here. That video is 2 hours. What I'm going to do is, what time should we call you back, Anthony? Here's a video. You got to think about it. Here's a free sample right there. All right, then it's 3 p.m. and there's 2 hours. How about 7 o'clock tonight? Should we reconvene? And then boom. It just makes it easier. It just makes it easier when you can just send stuff out like that, or just have it out like that, or just send people to a YouTube page, etc. And then finally, what I was saying at the beginning, the internet has really changed the world. If I can stress this all, okay, cool. If I can stress this to you all rapidly, rapido, it's very simple. The internet has obliterated whatever you know. It doesn't exist anymore. Nothing exists. Hold on real quick. Let me add Jonathan to this thing. Nothing exists anymore. The way you understand it, it does not have that understanding. The internet cut out the middleman. There's no reason to have a PR. You can do it yourself. Internet is direct to consumer. B2B really doesn't even exist anymore. And there's a whole $1 billion worth of money in B2B. So first off, B2B doesn't exist because businesses don't exist. They're just people, right? Now, when it comes to taxes, businesses exist. That's how the top 1% stay wealthy, because we make our corporations human, but that's a different story. But it's still, like, Steve still owns that business. So the B2B, you still got to talk to Steve. And what's the best way to talk to Steve? Show yourself an expert on the internet. So when Steve look you up, it's easier to close. I'm making some sense here. Making some plenty sense. So that's the deal. So make sure, John, what's today? What is today?
Today is Wednesday the 20th. Only yesterday I thought it was Wednesday, right, so I understand where you are.
The internet, let me just stress this. Y'all, first off, I need that tripod, Deanna. Bring that tripod. So I got a bunch of stuff to send Carol, and I need the tripod.
Also, it's another month for Reggie, Reverend.
Today's the 20th? All right, hold on. Let's pause. Can we just everybody unmute? What is that? Make him 15 months sober?
Is it 15
I think it's 15.
months?
It's
Yeah,
15.
March was a year, right?
Yeah, it's 15. Yeah, it's 15. Well, Reggie, come on. Is it 15? It's 15.
It's 15.
All right, there. Come on,
Right.
y'all. Let's clap for Reggie. 15 months.
Congratulations. Yeah.
One day
Job,
at a time.
Grace. One day. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. 15 months sober. Man, look at that. That just, forget what I was going to say about the internet. Damn that internet.
Y'all need to play 2K again. Y'all need to play 2K again.
Well, see, I don't want to knock them back into withdrawals. You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't want that problem.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make him. Last time I beat him, he almost, he wanted some beer or something. I don't know. Last time I beat him. You understand? You understand? No, that's fantastic, man. I was gonna say something about the internet, but let me make this last part about Reggie, man. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. 15 months sober. God, dog. And you had been inebriated at what age?
14.
When did you first start? 14.
14.
God. And how old are you now?
39.
Do y'all understand how hard
I'm
that
younger
is?
than Grace.
He could have resisted.
Okay, about a month, man.
I
Tell me
respect
about
my
her
elders.
arms, Reggie. Tell me about her arms. Tell me about her arms, man. Tell me about her arms.
Oh, you look short on? Hey, look, everybody. I always put stuff in her back seat so she can try to reach it. So I could just tell her, don't worry about it, I got it.
You do got short arms, though, Grace. You really do. You are just a tiny person.
Yeah.
Just a tiny person. I know.
It wouldn't look right if I had long arms and short. That's crazy.
That is true. Chemically, there's no way. I mean, anything's possible, and the mind is overcoming anything. And I just want to give you these props. But his body has only known, those chemicals. His body's addicted to it. Period. Like, you don't go 15 months sober after 2 decades not sober, and your body's like, okay, it's all good. We're not gonna bother you. We're not gonna bother you at all. That ain't the way it works. That's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. And then of course, we ain't talking about the psychological trauma. He had to leave some friends behind, although he's built for stuff like that. But still, nevertheless, it still sucks to have to get new friends. So we honor you on this day, Reggie. I think it's fitting
Thank y'all very much.
that, yes, sir. I think it's fitting that on this day we end by saying that you are one hell of an accomplishment for mankind. And I believe we are all excited about your journey. And I'm so glad that, Grace, you reminded me it was the 20th, because I didn't know what the day was. Reminded me it was the 20th. We typically celebrate in the office with Reggie, but I'm so glad that this is the most fitting way to end this call. There's nothing better than ending the call than honoring another human being. Reggie, we're extremely proud of you, especially me. I know where you come from, and you're just a freaking inspiration, man. You're my elder, by the way, old man. Okay, you're my elder.
You made your own birth certificate. We the same age. No way that you're 1 year younger than me. You made your own birth certificate.
I felt the 5th and 6th grade. He always tried to say, "You supposed to be old," but I was born in December. So I started early.
You know what? It's all perfectly okay. I'm the youngest.
We knew that off top.
I'm okay with this.
That's why you relate to the 17-year-olds and the high school people.
Yes.
I'm gonna mute my mic now.
Yes. Well, we love you, Reggie. We're so proud of you. I think that as a collective, we can all send you off with it's a big deal, man. Everybody's addicted to something. If you're not addicted to drugs, then you're addicted to anger or depression or happiness, whatever, or extrovertism. Because if you can't walk into a house and keep the TV off, as soon as you walk in, you cut on the TV, blast it up loud, put on the radio. Yeah, Yeah, you're addicted to external stimulation, whether you want to be or not. Okay, you don't like the sound of your own thoughts. So I'm proud of you, Reggie. And as a man, you are far, far, far greater man than I ever could be. Because I'm pretty compulsive. When I get addicted to something, I'm addicted to something. Period. That's why I don't fool around with stuff. So good job. Oh, that's a good video topic, is what Karen said.
That's why you don't fool around when you're on 2K20 no more. You got addicted to losing. Tell them. Tell them the truth, bro. They want to know the truth. That's why he was addicted to losing. That's why he shut the office down and went on about his business, because that last L he took, you know, he in recovery now. Just like today was his birthday. Y'all give it up for his birthday. Taking the L. How about that one?
Jerry, I fooled around to put an Xbox in the office to have some camaraderie, and I let him beat me on the game, and as you can see, he just won't let me make it.
That was your mistake.
That was it right there. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can play better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Love you more, Phil. Congratulations, Reggie. God dog it. All right, everybody.
Thank you.